President Clinton opened the 2006 World Scholar Athlete Games at the University of Rhode Island in the United States.
I kind of wish that this program had been available when I was your age. I might have been a better athlete and later avoided heart surgery for all I know.
The Games are organised by the Institute for International Sport, and their Executive Director, Irish-American Dan Doyle, tells us about the work of the Institute.
Here at the Institute, the main focus is to use sport as a medium to bring people together and to educate. We've kind of coined the term sports educators, and much of the activity here is centered around sports education. And that can range from a Scholar Athlete Games program where we'll have young people from over 150 countries to publishing sport-themed books, a new initiative of ours. We run a program called National Sportsmanship Day where we try to challenge young people and coaches to consider the implications of poor sportsmanship. So everything we do at the Institute is pretty much geared toward that goal of using sport to educate. We started the Scholar Athlete Games in 1993, and prior to that we spent about 3 years deciding if we could do it, and if we could do it, what kind of attendance we would get. The Scholar Athlete Games is unique in that there are no national teams. A young men's basketball team might be made up of young men from 12 countries, a women's soccer team from 16 countries, and so on. There are as many poets as there are basketball players. There are as many artists as there are soccer players. So it's really a gathering of brilliant young people, most of whom have been identified as young people with leadership potential. Well, the Scholar Athlete Games comes in several forms, including the World Scholar Athlete Games, which is our signature event. We held the last World Scholar Athlete Games in June and July of 2006. We had 157 countries there, including a very healthy delegation from Ireland. Each day, the young people participate in a chosen sport or a chosen activity of a cultural nature. So a young person may come and tell us that he or she would like to specialize in poetry, and that's fine. Another young person might want to be on a basketball team, and that's fine. But every day, they also gather in different groups to talk about issues of importance, ranging from the environment to world peace, and so on. And we bring in major speakers. President Clinton was our keynote speaker last year. Every Scholar Athlete Games involves bringing in people who are really expert in specific areas of interest, be it ethics, be it the environment, be it world peace, be it world hunger. And so these young people come together not only for an event of sport and the arts, but an event of intellectual growth and challenge. Ireland has played a particularly important role in the growth of the Scholar Athlete Games. When we started the program in 1993 at the first World Scholar Athlete Games, we had a very large contingent come from Ireland, and we also had offices in Belfast to administer a program we call Belfast United. We did that program for about 10 years. So the Belfast United program afforded us the opportunity to recruit some wonderful young people, not just from Northern Ireland, but from all 32 counties. We then affiliated in a lot of ways with the University of Limerick. Wonderful school. We had several Scholar Athlete Games programs there. And so as a consequence, over that decade from 1993 to 2003, we administered a lot of Scholar Athlete Games programs in Ireland, and a lot of those young people who participated in those Irish programs would come to the United States.
To contact the Institute for International Sport at the University of Rhode Island in the United States, check their website www.internationalsport.com or send an email to ddoyle@internationalsport.com.